Wallace now comes on for Schiraldi. To Charlie Green. Played in every Comet game last year. Haramina. To Goosens. To Haramina, the shot scored! Haramina!
Well, I think you have to say that's a well-deserved goal. It's a goal that really has been in the making for a while. They've tried some give and goes, and that time it finally worked. And Schmetzer was not able to react fast enough to Damir Haramina as he got the return ball and fired it beautifully in. So that pulls Kansas City a little closer.
It's a 5-3 lead now. That's a big goal for Kansas City. The next one is going to be even more critical if they get it.
We're going to take a look at this combination play here between Haramina and Goosens. It plays into the post. Goosens holds it well, lays it off, and then fires the shot in. The Schmetzer can't quite react fast enough, and Crow didn't retreat quickly enough to close him down. But here you see Kevin Crow on the right of your screen making a retreating run. Haramina cuts behind him, sees the chance. Schmetzer can't get out there fast enough. And a good 1-2 played by those Goosens and Haramina. And it's tied up. I mean, it's not tied up. It's the third goal for Kansas City. And it pulls down Mr. Toth's average, if you can believe it.
Yeah, that's right. 16 goals in his last 12 games, and he's got a goal in 11 of his last 12 games. If they could keep this guy healthy, he's missed a lot of games over the last 3 years. If they could keep him healthy, he'd have a pile of goals, even more than he's been scoring for the Comets. But he's a streaky player, and he can get hot, and he's done that now for them. 35 points in 25 games already this season. Wallace, now to Goosens. Turning on Schmetzer, right across. Oh, Katsoukas wants that one back and hopped on him. Haramina played it back, but it's right to Dougherty. Next goal is a big one. If Kansas City gets it, momentum could change, but if the Sockers get it, they could go right back into cruise control. McCallus over the line. Coast to coast, he'll take it. Segota doesn't get a good ball. Rocco avoiding Goosens will lead for Cabello. 5-3, San Diego leading it. It's played in and broken up. Could be a break. Lead ball to Goosens, and McCallus came back to read it. At midfield with 3:45 left in the third, he'll get it from Clavijo. Right side, Segota. 3-point night so far for Bronco. Trying to play it in. Here's Hermes. The shot blocked. Alan there, Dougherty blocked again. Pinball. And a handball call. It was like pinball there for a while. Hermes.
Well, Hermes may not get a better chance than that tonight to keep his streak going.
Looked like he held it a split second, didn't it?
He was shocked to suddenly find it.
Yes, maybe. Looked like he just held it a little second there as Baird came out. Wallace. Up now for Kia. Blocked by Wilhelms. They try to play it back, and Crow blocks that. Kevin Crow will give it to Fernandez. Fernandez to the outside. Katsoukas now will take it away from him. Comets still with no fouls, and the Sockers with 4. A 5-3 San Diego lead. Well, when you're up by 3 goals like the Sockers are, if you're Kansas City, you're going to whittle away one at a time. They've gotten the first one, but they need to get the other one, or that pretty much negates that last goal.
And they've had to work very, very hard to get back into that position of getting that goal. It's just interesting to see how much is taken out of it.
Vladisora back, but here's Mitchell. Lost it. Wilhelms off the boards. First foul on KC for pushing on Bonchek. Look at Ralph Wilhelms. They're an award draft choice from Foothill College.
Well, tonight's attendance 11,841. A good showing here. And of course, Kansas City leads the MISL in attendance with an average of 10,865, which includes tonight. There's a popular sport here in Kansas City. And of course, the team is exciting to watch and doing well.
Ketter trying to get by Bencourt. And Armando Bencourt takes it over with 2:08 to play in the third. And someone on the Sockers bench can have a souvenir, and they put it back in play. As we look at San Diego, very poised. Ron Newman has seen it all, hasn't he? He's won well over 400 games, indoors and outdoors. Nobody in this country has won more games combined than he has. And He won 5 consecutive indoor titles. He didn't know what it was like to lose.
Well, he's got a great attitude about the game, too. I think he's very committed to attacking soccer, and certainly that's what we see anytime San Diego is in town.
Betancourt. Now to Schiraldi. Gives it right back to Alan Mayer. Mayer with a long toss. Crow and Keough has become part of the boards, and they mold one another so well that I don't think the officials could tell who was molding who.
No, and they wisely decide to call nothing.
Zoltan Toth going long for Kenner. Rundved right over him. But it's Lanasour getting it. Oh, Kenner got behind Rundved there. Kenner against Betancourt, shoulder to shoulder. He takes him down. That's 2 minutes. So the second most penalized team will get 2 there.
Well, Kenner drew that foul. You see Kenner leaning in here with his arms, and eventually they both topple over. That's a real 50-50 situation. You know how players fight for the inner shoulder there. And Kenner shorter, but managing to be a bit more strong in the upper body and drawing Betancourt into sort of pushing a bit. But then I think Kenner took a little bit of a dive at the end of it. But that's why I looked him up here. And Betancourt can't really believe it. Take another look. You see him leaning in here. Now Kenner's leaning in. Betancourt tries to lean in, and eventually does seem to whack him from behind with his right leg. So that may be what knocked him over. But a tough 2-minute call. Is the power play. That man in the power play is the guy to watch, of course. He's a leading scorer, Paul Doherty, and Doherty has 1 goal tonight already.
Off the restart. Into the corner. Up for Frazier. Rundved was open. Frazier couldn't deliver it. He would have a short-handed breakaway. Segota with 1:23 left here. In the third, right side Hermes. Shot blocked out of play by Barry Wallace. San Diego with the 5th best power play in the MISL, and penalty killing wise, Comets are 10th. Only St. Louis has a lower percentage, and the Comets come in at 63%. They've allowed 34 goals in 92 attempts. Hermes to Segota, back for Juan Hermes, sending it back for Bronco. Right foot trap, slides across the V, headed down by Hermes. Segota chased by Frazier. Now to Julie B, back for Bronco. 1:05 to go. His pass picked up by Wallace. Trying to finesse that one through to Kenner. Down to 59 seconds in a quarter. Up for Frazier. Good run by Schiraldi. Short-handed. There's Gino. The shot wide, and Frazier couldn't control it for a rebound. V after it with 1:18 on the man advantage and 47 left in the third. V, long strides. Oh, he tried to make it out. He broke it up by Rundved. Good idea by Julie B. Right up at his bot check. Rundved saw it, but only at the last moment. Tough break there. Bonchek has scored 3 short-handed goals coming in his career. Maybe it's 4. I better double check that one. He's had one every year. Here comes Bronco with a shot wide. Mayer slow on the dive. Now he'll get that before Kenner crushes the helmet. Alan Mayer looking. 43 seconds left. Long toss up. Charlie Green. Midfield. 39 seconds on the power play. It'll carry over to the next quarter if the Sockers don't score here. 5 seconds left. Green eats up some valuable time on the line. Lifting it long into the right corner. Clavio is there. The horn sounds ending play in the third quarter. So the San Diego Sockers have come back. Or have the Kansas City Comets, I'm sorry, have come back in this one. But we look at the San Diego Sockers, they've outscored the opposition. They've doubled them in the fourth quarter of play. San Diego leads at 5-3. When we come back, they'll have another 29 seconds on the power play, a critical time for both teams. Bonchek has 4 short-handed goals career.
Music suppliers in the 1987-88.
How much time of the penalty?
29. I'm gonna have to see a chiropractor after this game. You have to bend down for the looking at the time. Okay.
Comets would like to welcome tonight's soccer group to the game. Please join the Comets in welcoming the Southern Platte County Activities Association soccer teams to the game.
I'm looking at the clock to see how long the post-game show might be.
Soccer leagues are forming now for all ages and skill levels.
15 minutes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Heart of America Indoor Sports is located in the former Soccer City building just north of Highway 150 in Merlin.
Credits will be 3 pages long.
North Somerset in Olathe. For information, call 829-90.
There's Gino Depolito, the referee, is trying to do a little ball juggling. Oh no, he's
Here's a great idea of your next get-together. Why not bring the game to
too far away from the league record.
Brown Center. KC's, you can watch all
You know what? I don't have the second quarter shots here. Did I get past the one? Yeah. Quick stat. It's just it's the first quarter. I never got a second.
Imagine all the sports action you and your friends could watch. Come on down to KC Sports Bar soon.
Dougherty, not
Open
Dougherty.
Monday, Friday, 4 to 11 p.m. and Saturday from noon to 11 p.m. KC Sports Bar, the Western Crown Center.
I didn't hear what he said.
Okay.
And Budweiser, the king of beers and the proud charter sponsor of the Major Indoor Soccer League, welcomes you back to our Friday night game of the week. Budweiser, the official beer of the MISL, brings you this portion of the MISL on FNN Score. We've only got one goal to show you. That's all that was scored in the third, and it was Kansas City on the comeback.
Yes, and a nice piece of work between Jaramina and Goossens. Jaramina going left. Now he checks out and goes right behind Crow's run, and then picks up the nice short return ball. And Schmetzer reacts to him, but can't react fast enough, and Toth really can't get down fast enough to get to that one. We talked about Mayer not getting down fast enough on some of the shots. Well, that time you see Toth really not being able to get down quickly enough. Well, there's Dave Clements wondering if they can come up with some fourth period magic the way they did the other night. But, you know, against Minnesota, they really turned it on the fourth period, tied it up, and they won it in overtime thanks to Jaramina. But San Diego is a different kettle of fish.
And right away, ball goes out of play. Remember, the Sockers will have a power play. It was going to be for 29 seconds, but 2 seconds tick off the clock, so they'll have 27. And what a way for them to start if they could score here.
There's Gino Depolito on the ball. By the way, today is Gino's birthday.
That's not Gino.
That's one of Gino's fans, and his wife, I know Terry and the kids back in Yonkers are wishing him well. Even referees have birthdays. And
today's his birthday?
yes, and
Happy birthday, Gino.
somebody wishes him well. Nobody wishes referees well about anything most of the time.
Here's Segota from Hermes over the line. Bronco holding it. Hermes got the string. Bronco shot wide. Wanted to see if he'd pass that ball up to him, but he would have gotten an assist anyway, I think, on that. Had Bronco scored. Here's McAllis. 5 seconds up to the power play, and Wallace will clear, but not out of the zone. Coming through, Wallace. Is open. They don't see him. Penalty's over. Armando was trying to be discreet out there. He wanted his team to see him, but no one from San Diego. Betancourt blocked by Schmetzer. Segota after it. Taken away from him, and Betancourt will go through. Betancourt saved. Toth. Here's Wallace. And Bronco Segota still waiting for a foul that was never called.
Well, I'll tell you, the breaks, the bounce that was never going Kansas City way for a long time finally came their way. You can only have so much bad luck, and they finally had a piece of good luck when the ball caromed free out of a crowd of players, and McAllis was in all kinds of pressure in a 2-against-1 situation, and he did the best he could against Betancourt, but that man Wallace was at the end of it. Now there's Betancourt as McAllis tries to push him wide. Betancourt gets the shot off. It's saved by Toth, and it's not an easy shot for Wallace. He's got to get around this with that good left foot, but he does ever so well and cracks that volley in. We'll take a look here as it goes back. You see the ball carom loose in 2 players there.
Bronco thought he was pushed.
Yeah, he thought it was a push on against Schmetzer. And Betancourt with a shot, the foot save. But he's got to get, Wallace has to get around the top of that thing, and he does ever so well. Well, we talked about Barry at the top of the show, and this is why. He's an awfully good defender, but he's got a very good left foot, and he's put his team right back into it.
I think Bronco's got a legitimate gripe there. It appeared as if Betancourt pushed him away from the ball so that he had no chance at it. At least that's what he was complaining about. He's got some basis for that, I think. Frazier up the left side. Kansas City, though, within a goal now. Goossens in the corner. Will this be another Kansas City comeback? Don't touch the dial. Long shot. Another one blocked in front by McAllis. Jaramina, and that's why. It's a shooting gallery. Played across, and that's why. Zoltan Toth's wondering who painted the bull from V. And it's deflected all the way back to Schmetzer.
Good work by Fraser there, stopping Segota coming out in the fast break or setting up the quick 1-2 that they like to do on their own red line.
Now it's McAllis. Long for V. Mayer clears it, long ball the other way, and McAllis will go for it. Segota may decide after that to take this into his own hands. He's going to be an angry player going out there, and if he gets the ball, he could really unleash one. Because no matter what, even though they didn't call a foul, he knows that he lost the ball. 1-goal lead here for San Diego as McAllis holds it. And now it's right back. There's a look at the two teams in 1-goal games. Not lopsided, although both teams have a winning record there. Clavio gets by Koutsoukis. Off the boards. Fernando slides it across to Dougherty. Dougherty holding it. Into the box. Julie B, the turnaround. Wide. Rebounded out to Clavio. Slides it across for Segota. Stops it with the right foot. Plays it across for Clavio. Fernando in the box, he wanted Segota, but Mayer rings it all the way.
Boy, Segota was cruising in there unmarked. Heads up play by Alan Mayer.
Long pass the other way, blocked by McAllis. And boy, he got that good care of him, didn't he? Right back to Zoltan Toth. Goes the wrong way. You got two Comets in the attacking end. Schmetzer holding it. Gave it up now to Zoltan Toth. Hill rolling right side, and Schmetzer's got some daylight. Up to midfield, 11:55 to play in the game. A 5-4 Sockers lead. A backheel pass. Two fans broke it up. Kia coming back. 3-on-3. Kia to Shirabi. The shot scores. Tied at 5.
Well, they're doing it again. We talked to Dave Clement before the game about this amazing ability to rally, and they were down 5-2, and they've gotten 3 in a row, and they've tied it up. But give a lot of credit to Kia. Now watch Kia here. Ladouceur is after him. Kia holds this ball until exactly the last second. Right there, he lets it go. Beats Schmetzer and Ladouceur with the pass, and ties it up 5-5. Great work by Kia.
Well, the Comets not only are right back into it, but right now they've got the momentum. It's all even at 5 apiece. We'll be back.
They're ready to go here. Okay. I'm just saying they're ready.
I don't know if I'd stop the momentum here.
Yeah, let's let it go.
No one of the Comets has played in more games than that man, Gino Schiraldi. He's not scored since February 7th against St. Louis, but he's been injured. Mad Mike's pretty happy. And so are the Comet faithful, better than 11,000. Comets have rallied from a 3-goal deficit. Ruotolo picks it up. In a corner, Ladouceur, they pull there, it gets behind him, and then Rundgren helps to sweep it away. Off the boards for Doyle. Got around his man Schmetzer. Blocked by Ruotolo, but right up, the Comets getting a bounce. For Green. Charlie Green to Doyle. Doyle trying to bring it in, blocked by Crow. He just blasted that one out. Green on the left.
This is great stuff. This is just what we hope we'd see tonight.
Doyle will knock it out of play. And it'll be a restart coming up. It was not Doyle, it was knocked off by a San Diego player.
Boy, Doyle has got a lot of confidence. There you see him. He's just a young kid out of Campbell College, and also, I might add, from Dublin, Ireland, which you may have heard about in your travels, JP.
Dublin, Ireland, you said.
But I'm amazed that he's taken on some players with that kind of confidence, and he's only on the second of 2 10-day contracts, so maybe they'll try to sign him for a longer period.
Well, he looks good. He looks very good. From the restart spot, here's Wallace shooting it in wide. Hermes will pick it up. Lead pass, Fernandez heads it farther. George Fernandez. Now Dougherty comes on as it's blocked back to Alan Mayer. So as shaky as Alan Mayer did appear in the first half, he's back in the game, 5-5. Rundgren to Schiraldi. Now it's Bencourt. Going long for Mitchell. Blocked by Kevin Crow. They call Mitchell for holding. That's only the first foul of the quarter on either side. Kansas City taking that first foul. Clavijo holding it. Across to Kevin Crow.
Well, it's the story we talked about, JP. Can Kansas City keep up this amazing come-from-behind situation? Can San Diego keep its terrific away consecutive win record going?
Something's going to break.
Something's got to give.
The last quarter, San Diego only had 3 shots, so Kansas City was getting there, but as you were saying, they were not getting the break, the bounce, the good finish. The ball's just hopping over them at the end.
They were working very, very hard, and that's what I wondered if they would not would be a little dispirited.
But they finally got the reward. It paid off for them. Now Segota, bumped by Betancourt. Downey stays in there. Betancourt, frustration foul there.
He lets Gino DiPolito know it, certainly, but Gino wisely keeps his calm, doesn't react to the players shouting at him because he senses how the game is going, and there's no need to really get a player in trouble here.
Betancourt just gave another bump to Segota as Jaramillo plays it right to Goosens. The Goose over the line, blocked by Clavillo. Oh, he stood right in the way of that charge. Here comes Clavillo. 3-on-3, Hermes left, Segota right. Fernando, top of the arc for Hermes. Shot too high. And out of play it goes. And you can see Hermes struggling a bit with that hip flexor problem. We've got a few guys playing in this game, including Segota with a left hamstring problem as Hermes walks off the floor. It's a 5-5 tie with 9.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Don't forget to watch MISL. We get new time, right? New time, new day, Friday, 8:30 Eastern time with John Losing and Randy Hahn, who's calling the play tonight for the San Diego Sockers. They focus on a lot of things, including upcoming games, which would be what was up next. Next TV game next Friday. Blazers have done well in St. Louis. They've beaten the Steamers 3 times this year, with David Parsons returning home each time to play magnificent soccer and goal. Up the right side, here's Kia. People now standing every time the Comets bring the ball into the attack zone. Well, nobody in their right mind would head for the parking lots after Wednesday's game, Seamus, with a 4-0 lead for Minnesota, and Kansas City won that. And here, they were even a little closer. And I didn't see anyone head for the exits here. They're going to stay with this one. 5-5 tie. Can you imagine if you were at that game Wednesday night and you left when it was 4-0, thinking that it was all over? On the right side, Gus McCallis.
No real fan would leave a game in that situation.
Spencer back to Zoltan. Right puts it long. Heads it away. Kicked by Kia once. Settled by Katsukas. Katsukas across, blocked by Ladasur. In the corner for Goosens. Played it across and blocked by McCallis. Now up for Ketter. Both of these teams were in action on Wednesday night. Had Thursday off. San Diego had the travel day to come here though for this.
Very good play by Gus McCallis just then, intercepting that ball. He's knows exactly where to go and he sees people setting up to cross. There's a good ball for Gus.
Looking for Ketter, taken down by Frazier.
It's a third, I think.
Yep, third foul on Kansas City. Frazier from Hartwick. We'll get another look at this.
Yeah, not much doubt about him as he pushes him over.
Here's McCallis as we're back in the live action. Puts it on the right foot, top of the arc, played it across and hit off Ketter, it looked like. Right side boards for Rotolo. Taken away by Kia. Kia coming through, blocked as McCallis got a piece, then Kia goes down, bounces back up. Oh, Kia picks it up like a toy. He's back right up in action. Just changes batteries. Here he is. Kia saves on the toe. Oh, what a beautiful stop by Joe. But how about Kia?
Terrific work by Kia. Really just fighting that heck for the ball on the boards there, and then some great passes.
Rudbed. Find out what Kia eats for breakfast. I'm going to change my diet tomorrow. Rudbed going long. 2 long. 3 lines. Better than 3. It's a long one for Rudbed. And now San Diego will have the ball at the red line of Kansas City. 7:08 to go. It's a 5-5 tie. Segota right side to Clavillo. Holding it. Back to Crow. Great comeback by Kansas City, whether they win it or not. Segota. Rudbed. Comets have come back 7 times this year after trailing in the latter stages of a game in the second half. And they could do it again. Rudbed to Mitchell. Played it in, and there's Zoltan Toth. Right side, Dougherty. Dougherty going long. V trying to head it on to Segota. V with the second try. There's Bronco poking it ahead to V. Not good. Dougherty racing in from nowhere. Gets possession. He worked hard for that one. And he draws another foul. And Kansas City hits their fourth. But look at Dougherty. He had to come all the way over from the other side of the bench to get into the play. Schmetzer blocked the handball. That's a bad one for the Comets to take. That's 5 and 2 in about 12 seconds.
Oh boy, that's a shame because they've been playing inspired stuff here, putting a lot of pressure on San Diego. San Diego has yet to commit a foul in this period, but Kansas City going to have to play awfully closely to keep away from a foul with 6.5 minutes to go.
A 50-footer goes wide. Segota almost walked in on the rebound. Everyone was standing around watching the impact of that shot. Bronco drew a bead on it. Now it's Schmetzer. Across the way to Kevin Crowe. Up for V. Going long. And now it's Mayer rolling into the left side to Rundved. Picked up by V. Almost giving it to Segota. Here's Mitchell with Crowe defending. Mitchell playing it in the net. Crowe to the box. Tackle away. Mitchell blocked. Dougherty made 2 big defensive plays.
Oh boy. Look at Julie V trying to sneak away there. Dougherty really doing a very good job hurling his body for that shot. But Kevin Crowe was back there to help out too.
Schmetzer. Tough one on Bedford, nothing. Not a foul, not 2 minutes as Crowe cuts that one off. All the way back to Zoltan Toth, and now it's Schmetzer holding it. San Diego was already getting their power play unit warmed up, I think. Segota right now on the line at midfield, and now over the Kansas City line. Draws a crowd as he usually does, lets it shot go.
Shot by Segota.
5 fouls in the Comets, none on San Diego on a 5-5 tie. Jaramillo draws it back to Schiraldi. Right side of Monche. Crowd not a factor before, but they stayed right with their team. Right now, they're very much into this game. Katsoukas. Fernandez blocking him. Here's Jaramillo playing it across. He had Goossens open. A Katsoukas shot couldn't get on top of that ball the way he wanted to. Long pass to Hermes. Blocked by Rundved. To Jaramillo. Rotolo right on him. 4:50 to go. Regulation time, tied at 5. Goossens couldn't get a good turn on it. And Schmetzer tucks it back to Toth. Left side, Rotolo. San Diego will want to draw a foul here if they can. Into the right corner, Ketter. Ketter bothered by Rundved. Off the boards. He wanted Hermes. It's cleared out of the shoulder. There's Clavijo. A little room. Comes in to Hermes. Juan holds it. Brings it to the arc. Bumped by Monchek. Out to Rotolo. Now McAllis. Clavijo. Fernando Clavijo.
Monchek playing Hermes very tight. Not worrying about the 6th foul situation, but he's got to be a bit concerned about it.
Clavijo holding it. Still holding it. San Diego's a master at this. Trying to lull Kansas City to sleep. Here's McAllis. Holding, shooting it. And now Goossens over McAllis. Whistle on McAllis. Foul on Gus. That's the first one on San Diego.
Yep. Goossens coming back to work on McAllis in the defensive situation. Jan Goossens has really worked very, very hard tonight, particularly when they were down and struggling. Yes, he got the tying goal in the first period, but also he scrapped on the boards and he worked tremendously hard. He's impressive to me. Kia also has worked very, very hard. He could be a candidate for the MetLife Player of the Game as far as the Kansas City club is concerned.
Hermes on the left. Comets get it. Kia to Green. Charlie Green holding it. Over midfield. Green on the line. Blocked by Clavijo, and the impact of that block goes all the way back to the Comet zone.
Charlie surprises me sometimes. Does great work, and then he makes very strange options and choices in his passing.
Second foul on the Sockers on McAllis. Second straight on Gus, in fact. Green holding it. A right-footed shot scooped up by Toth. That one handcuffed him for a moment. Toth has given up as many goals as he would give up in maybe 3 starts. 5 already, but you couldn't fault him on those that he's given up. You got to credit Kansas City more than anything. Green to Dougherty. 3-on-3. Nice work from Charlie Green. Off the boards, Mitchell too high, couldn't control that one. And out of play it goes, and that'll give us a chance to take it to a break. It's a 5-5 tie. We're 3 minutes and 5 seconds away from overtime. Will it make overtime? Come back and find out. that English?
Be sure to stop by Champs after the game tonight and catch the post-game show with Kevin Wall live in the back room of Champs. Champs is located on the lower level on the north end of Kansas City.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Say that again. But with bites, with the sound bites or not? Are you using the sound bites or not? Thank you. Okay.
What do you think about this for MetLife?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold that for MetLife. There's a look at two little guys who have certainly had a large role in this game. I'll tell you what, anybody watching this game that's a small player watching it at home, you know there's a place for you in the game.
Kia has done remarkably well in the fourth quarter, in particular, of course, setting up the tying goal, and Dougherty also has been a tremendous fighter, getting one goal, setting up Segota for the go-ahead goal in the first period, and they're just tremendously interesting players to watch because they work so hard and they use their size, which is not much, to their advantage by keeping low and getting away from players. There you saw a close look at Dougherty.
And they're both confident, aren't they, Seamus?
Yes, they're both very confident. Of course, Kia, a lot of experience indoors, and Dougherty just really in his first full year. Well, here you see the out-of-town final, Tacoma giving up one more goal by St. Louis, but coming out a comfortable 5-3 winner, finally getting a win on the road.
Lane, Tritcher, and Coker for St. Louis. Jungle 2, Ward 2, and Preki 1. Tacoma beat St. Louis 5-3. St. Louis will be in here Sunday to take on the Kansas City Comets in an afternoon game. Zoltan Toth, not a crow. 2:50 to go. And during that official timeout, I'm sure San Diego talked about the fact, and so did Kansas City, that the Comets have 5 fouls against them. San Diego could end up with a power play.
Kansas City has done very well, killing 4 minutes of that period without giving up a foul.
And they're not playing hot potato here, Toth and Crow, but they're just going to hang on to it. And now, well, Zoltan's calling a play. Zoltan now looks long and throws up the left side to Julie V. V looking for Segota. Bronco will get it. Holds, gives to Dougherty. Across to the right to Schmetzer in the corner. Off the boards, he's bumped there, and Benford quickly pulls his arms back and says, I didn't do it. Up to midfield, Crow lifting it back. Segota with a chest trap. Bronco waits, he knows he's got Dougherty with him. Segota holds. Cuts to the outside and Schiraldi. Crow calls for it at the left point. Bronco played it in and he scored! I don't believe Dougherty touched it. 6-5 San Diego. If Dougherty doesn't touch it, he at least sets up maybe the smallest screen in the history of the MISL. 6-5, San Diego with the lead, and now Kansas City's going to be real careful. They're down by 1 with 5 fouls. We'll be back.
San Diego goal at 13:09, fourth period. His third and remaining 40 minutes of the season, number 20, Bronco Segota.
Can we see it again? Okay.
It's unbelievable.
Now playing goal for Kansas City, number 10, Kim Rundbad.
Does he touch it? Can you
for
tell?
6th attacker.
Will at the replay show if Dougherty, in fact, touched it? I thought Segota had it.
Well, maybe this angle will help us here. Here's Segota on the far boards with Schiraldi in front of him. He plays it in to, well, very hard to tell even from there.
Tell you what, it goes between his legs, whether he gets it on the inside of the leg.
Yeah, he makes it look as though he touched it, but otherwise he jumped
No, he
over
doesn't.
it.
He doesn't flip. He doesn't flip. If he gets that goal, he's going to do the somersault. Segota's goal.
Here's another look. Again, you can't really tell, but the official score has given it to Segota, and so Segota gets a hat trick.
Yeah, if that's Dougherty's goal, he does the flip. Mitchell from Rundven, 6th attacker is on. To Goosen, then he shot it high and wide. Still not over yet. 1:43 to go. Cabillo may want to end it early. Lifting it for Bronco with a hat trick already. Segota in a deep angle, blocked by Wallace.
Wallace to the right.
Bronco, great reverse to cut it out to Crow. That's a great job from the corner. Clavijo, top of the arc, lets it go low off the post, and the Comets breathe a sigh of relief.
Well, that's Kim Rundven in the 6th attacker role. Of course, they're still playing with 5 fouls.
That's the game, though, right there, if that bounces in. Long one off the glass. Goossens now blocked out of play. Last touch apparently by Schmetzer. That goal was Segoda's 43rd of the year from Crow. Segota continues to pile on the points against Kansas City. On the replay, though, it was a tougher play than it looked like on Mayer's part because either Dougherty completely screens him when he jumps up or he gets a piece, but I don't think Dougherty touched it. Wallace left side. Now played into Mitchell. Give and go. Jaramillo in the corner. Looking. Still 5 fouls on KC, 2 on San Diego. Out to Wallace, 50 seconds to go. Out to Rundved, playing it into Keogh. Can't control, now he does. Across, saved the short side by Toth. Sockers can't clear it out. It runs into their own players. Wallace left side, Jaramillo. In a corner to Mitchell. Trying to play it across, block once, twice. Fernandez kicked away by Toth. It hits off Gino DiPolito. And McAllis with a nice flip out of the zone. But the Comets still with it and a chance here. Someone has lost a shoot. Goossens shooting it, punched out by Toth off his right hand. Jaramillo leaves it Wallace, blocked by Schmetzer. McAllis to Schmetzer, he clears it off the left foot. Who lost their shoe? It was Goossens. Rundved, 8 seconds, 7. He got away from a great tackle attempt by Fernandez. Long ball and Crow will clear it, 2-1. Went out of play with a second left, and the Sockers can celebrate. It'll be their 13th straight win on the road, but you know what Zoltan Toth does better than anyone? He does not allow that short side goal. He just stays in there and fights every ball, and it's very tough to get a cheap goal off of that guy.
Yep, and Segota obviously our player of the game. As the final whistle goes, Segota, the MetLife player of the game for San Diego, and I think Keogh did a super job for Kansas City. But what a great game, what a great finish.
Tell you what, this game really surprised me. Look at Keogh, he's got nothing left. This is the kind of game where you really, as a fan, spend your emotions. As a player, you spend your emotions. You're San Diego, you think you're in the driver's seat. You're up 5-2, and here's Kansas City coming back against the very best team in the Major Indoor Soccer League. So again, credit the Comets. We said it earlier, even if they lose, it's a tremendous comeback. You're down by 3 against a team that's won 12 straight on the road and a team playing like a machine, and the Comets just did a superb job just to come back in here. But in the end, the cream, I guess, rises to the top. No one in this league right now is better than San Diego. They win it 6-5. Seamus and I will be back to talk about it in just a moment.
The streak is over.
Yeah, good point. I would have forgotten that.
Thank you again for attending tonight's game.
Kevin, we're going to stay in headsets or?
This Sunday, 2:05, take on the St. Louis Steamers.
Okay. MetLife players of the game first, then a break, then a Leagues play of the game, then a break, and then goodbye. Okay.
What's the Leagues play of the game? We want to
Clavio. Oh, the game winner? Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because
they came back and tied it up.
Yeah, definitely, Kevin. That's the game. Could we? I mean, the only reason I know Dougherty doesn't get it, he would have done the flip, no question. He'd still be flipping. You know what? If he got the game winner there, he'd still be doing his flips. How you doing? You've got our MetLife players, right? Kia, Ron. Okay. Come back with MetLife first, and then we will break, and then we'll do a Leagues, and then we will break, right? Nothing else?
Good game.
Great game, actually.
Call. You're hot tonight, man. It was good. It's good.
Two best games we've done all year have been from here.
Yeah.
Actually. You did the first game with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 best games.
Although I thought last week's game was not a bad show.
Yeah, no, it was.
Okay.
Wait, we're not done complimenting ourselves. John Paul Della Camera and Seamus Mallon back here at an emptying Kemper Arena. Count them, 13 straight wins for the Comets on the road. As we take a look at our MetLife players of the game, we picked Segota earlier on in the game, Seamus, and he came out, and there's a guy that gave up that last goal, remember, that brought the Comets back in, but he got the game winner.
Well, you just can't say enough good things about him. He's paid a lot of money out there in San Diego, and with the salary cap issue, you got to wonder what the future holds for this young man. He often talks about going off to Europe, but as long as he plays indoors in this country, he's going to bring a lot of excitement into any building that he enters, and he's got a terrific scoring ability and a great talent to look for that chance and to make up for any mistakes he makes. He does occasionally make mistakes, but not very often. So there, Branko Segota, very often, obviously our MetLife player of the game. And on the other side of the ledger, this man, Kia, who really battled and represented, it seemed to me, the spirit of this club, which is so remarkable to watch. Down 5-2 to the team that is maybe head and shoulders above the league, people feel, but they didn't believe that here. They came back, they fought tremendously hard, got 3 goals, got themselves back into it, and I think in large part by the kind of play that he represented. So Kia with 2 assists tonight, and our MetLife player of the game for Kansas City. Incidentally, Segota and Crow combined for the winning goal, which was a very important goal, obviously, and came with only about 1:50 to go. We'll take a look at that a little bit later on.
13:09 was the time of the game winner. Segota's 43rd from Crow. We'll come back and we'll take a look at our Leaks play of the game, and that's going to be the one, the game-winning goal by Branko Segota, somebody that certainly earns the high contract that he makes out in San Diego. 6-5 is the final. Are you bringing him up, or what was that? Oh, okay, okay. I saw you bringing him up, and I didn't know what was going on. Okay.
Maybe it's for him.
Yeah, it is. Right.
Okay.
Remember I said earlier, though, about Branko? He was so upset that he lost the ball.
Yeah.
Who gets it? He wants the ball. I mean, those are the great players. Those are the great players. It's like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird in basketball. You know, they could make the bonehead play, whatever, and then they want the ball right back to atone for it. They just do it. I thought he had a legitimate gripe for a foul. I thought Betancourt just pushed him right off the ball. But he did stop on it.
Yeah.
You know, he did stop instead of running back. Okay, we'll do our Leaks play of the game and then another break. Right, Kevin? A Leaks play of the game and then another commercial break. Okay. What's this? You're not waiting for media guides, are you? Oh, notes? That's it.
Okay, 2 angles, all right.
Our final score, San Diego has defeated the Kansas City Comets by the score of 6-5, and it's time to look at, a couple of times if we can, our Leaks play of the game, and Branko Segota is going to get the game-winning goal.
Well, this wasn't the prettiest goal of the night. We saw 11 goals, some of them wonderfully crafted and finished, and this one wasn't one of those necessarily, but was obviously decisive. Kevin Crow gave him a good ball. Shirali puts a little bit of pressure on him, but anytime you see a matchup between Shirali and Segota, you got to wonder if Segota can win it. Now, he looks like, or will probably win it, looks like he just touches that ball in for a pass, and Dougherty jumps over it. Obviously, does not touch it. Look at this ball. It's just sort of gently played in, but Dougherty jumps over it and fools Alan Mayer, because the ball trickles into the far corner, and Dougherty, as you mentioned, did not do his patented flip after the goal. So obviously Segota got the goal, his third, a hat trick, and Kevin Crow had given him the ball initially with a good release from the back. So the 2 players we told you to watch in San Diego, Crow and Segota, combining for the winning goal, as Crow had recently had the game winner in the last game. So those 2 guys are hot, and Segota just about hot all year.
Kansas City, after coming back so well Wednesday night, came back tonight again. They just fell short. What happens here is their 3-game winning streak, though, will come to an end. They lose a chance also to gain ground on idle Los Angeles, because they came in today 9.5 games behind the first place San Diego Sockers. And incidentally, before we go to a break, let's remind you too, if you're paying attention to Wad Hermes and his great streak, we congratulate him. It came to an end tonight. He did not play at 100%, but he gave it a go. Did not come up with any points, although he did figure in on a couple of the goals. 6-5, Sockers beat the Comets. We'll wrap it up in a moment. Okay, and that minute and a half counts the billboards. Okay. Okay, what time should I say goodnight so that I have time to do the billboards? 30 seconds? I mean, what do you... So you're gonna... Okay, what are you gonna start me at? 1:30 and you go down to 40? Okay. Those the final shots?
Yeah.
Only teams? Well, despite being outshot 31-19 by the Kansas City Comets, the San Diego Sockers win at 6-5. Sockers are awesome. 30 wins, 9 losses, and of those 9 losses, 3 of them have come at the hands or the feet of the Wichita Wings. Our thanks to everyone who helped us out on tonight's telecast. For Seamus Mallon, for our producer, Kevin Shank, and our director, Lou Rainoni, I'm John Paul Della Camera. We bid you a pleasant good night from Kansas City, and we remind you to join us next week from the St. Louis Arena when the Los Angeles Lasers, featuring David Persich and Chico Borja, will take on a struggling St. Louis Steamers team. Tonight's Game of the Week has been brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers and proud sponsor of the 1988 U.S. Olympic team. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Metropolitan Life and affiliated companies. Get Met, it pays. And by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade is thirst aid for that deep down body thirst. Tonight's game has been a presentation of Bud Sports through the facilities of the Score Network.